Hello, I'm Matthew from Ludovox, and today I'm going to give you an overview of Feelings. So Feelings is a game about emotion, like the subtitle says, the game of emotions. So it is a game about empathy and projecting oneself into other people's feelings. So it is a game for 3-way players, ages 8 and up, but it can go really up. And it plays for around 30 minutes. So in this game, you're going to have questions, situations in which you're going to put people into. So you have situations and settings that are dedicated to kids in family or at school, but you also have an adult-themed version of the game, which is inside the game. So what do we try to do in Feelings? We try to basically answer dilemmas, and we are going to answer them with feelings which are around there. So for example, in this case we have excitement, joy, mistrust, irritation, shock, anger, resignation, or satisfaction. So we are going to be presented with a situation and we need to address it with one of these feelings. And then we have to guess what our teammate has done. How does our teammate think? So this is a game in which we are not going to talk a lot, but it can open up some discussion. So the way it goes is that we have kind of a master of ceremony at every round of the game. The master of ceremony would take something, a card, a situation card. I'm going to take the adult situations in this case. Is going to pick a situation. For example, you are contacted by a man who tells you that he is your half-brother. So basically someone tells you, hey, I'm your half-brother, could we meet? How do I feel? Do I feel satisfied, excited, overjoyed, mistrustful? So I have to answer. I think I would be either shocked or maybe be excited because maybe I knew something was up and I want to meet that new person in my life. Maybe I needed it. So for example, if I choose excitement, I'm going to choose the card 1. So we have a set of cards. I'm going to choose 1 because I'm super happy about it. And everyone is going to do so to answer that question secretly and honestly. So for example, this other player could be shocked maybe or mistrustful because he or she has had bad experiences, but let's go with shock. So we pick the card for shock, for that person, for that player, and the card is laid down. Once everyone has voted, we are going to make teams, because the teams are fleeting in this game. You do not stay in a team with a player for more than a round of the game. This is not a game in which you stay with your team all the game. So we reveal cards and the same colors go together, so I'm going to go with yellow in this case, and now we exchange a gaze. We look at each other, we say nothing, and then we have to guess what does the other person say. For example, I could think that that person would be irritated because that person would know everything about her mom and dad. So for example, I'm going to go with 4. I'm going to lay down the 4 card in front of her, and that person could say, I think you... and then, make the game. So you can have the same feeling as the other person. If you think you have the same feeling, you're going to play this empathy card, which means I have voted the same thing as you. So in this case, we all vote and we reveal things. So for example, I voted 1, as I told you, and that other person told me, okay, I think you're going to do the same as me. And we reveal, and we have wrong things because we had shock, as I told. So depending on your performance, you're going to score no points if you have no matches. If you have 1 match, every teammate is going to score 1 point. And for 2 matches, for a perfect match, you're going to score 3 points. So as the teams are fleeting and as you're going to do a lot of rounds in the game, the scores will go up and will separate, and that's the point of the game. You're going to have different performances at different rounds and you need to get the highest possible. Once you have scored, you can explain the feelings. You can explain maybe your life story that led you to have this emotion, or your character. And this is interesting. This is where the game shines because it can open up some discussion between the players. So once you have done this, you just take the cards back, take the team cards back, and start another round. To start another round, you change the master of ceremony. That person takes another card and maybe changes a feeling. I don't want to see the anger here anymore, so I'm going to remove it. It has an X, so I'm going to take another card with an X, and it's anxiety. So it changes the way the game plays because it changes the feelings we have access to. So this is interesting because it allows us to explore more about this game. So there you go. You have almost everything you need to know about feelings. So now, bye-bye, and see you on the door.